Did you collect 1.6 billion through the system?
Chair, the voucher supporting that payment was provided, and it clearly indicates it's for a number of years. And when the governor assumed office, the vendor...
So the 25 was for what duration?
For a long duration.
No, you need to be clear that this was this financial year, because I have the receiver of revenue statement here. You collected 1.4 billion. So you couldn't have paid 1.5 on 1.6 billion. That was not collected.
The appendix. It's appendix.
I thought that that information would be in the appendices that you have come with.
Yes, it is.
Where is it? Is your receiver of revenue here, Governor?
Yes.
Who's the receiver of revenue?
It's in Appendix 2. He's the receiver.
So receiver of revenue, this 25 million was paid for which duration?
Chair, through the governor, this was paying. It was paying for 2 years. It was an accumulated arrears.
So
it was not for the year.
For 2 years.
Yes.
And how many streams were automated? Them to be collected through the system.
That system had 33 streams.
So for year one, how much was collected through the system?
Chair, from the appendix, I can read the breakdown of what constituted the 25. For the period between 1st March to 2022 to 30th June.
You said it's Appendix 2?
Appendix 2.1.
Yep. Proceed.
You'll find a breakdown of what constituted the 25 million
Appendix
amount.
2.1?
Yes.
Is it supposed to be this file?
Yes.
So Appendix 2.1.
Volume 8.
Upgrading of life forms. Where is that breakdown?
Alongside.
It's not page. Page 15.
What is?
Page 15. Can I
Page, Chair, can we share with you the page? The document?
Your supporting documents should speak for themselves. Now, you have data here. Now, give us information. Can you synthesize it in a way that we can understand? The 25 million was paid for what duration?
In 1st March 2022 to 30th June 2022, that is 4.5 million. 1st December 2021 to 28th February 2022, that's 3.8 million. 1st June 2021 to 30th November 2021, 3.5 million. 1st February 2021 to 31st May 2021, 5.7. 1st July 2020 to that 1st January 2021, 4.2.
So during that duration, it is you agree that the system handled 1.666 billion.
Based on the provision of 1.1, yes.
No, that's a billing thing. When you go to the source data, did the system handle 1.666 billion
Chair,
for you to pay 25 billion?
Chair, there are statements attached on that, but based on the provision of the contract, it presumed that the 25.4 million was based on 1.5% of that amount.
1.5%?
It's only that it was.
Where have you, what you are presented here is an invoice. Aren't you referring to invoices?
No, in that invoice, there is a schedule. There is a schedule summarizing the 25.
Who prepared the schedule, the service provider or the county?
The county.
Can you demonstrate one such example? Because I'm seeing a payment voucher or an LPO LSO, and invoices are attached 7643 etc etc, originating from the vendor. Is there an analysis by the county to say that indeed we collected cumulatively 1.6 billion for us to pay 25 million?
There is appendix 4.161.
Are you referring to this table?
Now, yes, I'm from that table. There is an appendix 4.16 Roman 1, which shows 4.16 Roman 1.
I can see appendix 4.16 Roman 1. Is that the document you are referring to?
Yes.
So what does it have?
But it cannot be seen properly.
Yes,
land rates, ground rent. It is on this.
Yes.
416.
I think the total comes to budget. Is it legible, those numbers?
You can't. You cannot read it.
4.16. The one on Roman 2. Appendix 2 Roman.
Even if you are tempted to read it, there are some two totals at the bottom.
Yeah, you.
There's a total for actual and a total for budget. The budget is 1.6 billion. The actual is 1.4 billion. Were you paying based on the budget or based on the actual?
You can, Chair, you pay against actuals, not budget.
So that percentage, if the actual should have been 1.6 billion, 1.67 billion, the actual here is 1.4 billion. Doesn't that make a difference?
Yes, it makes a difference.
How do you explain it?
But Chair, I know you say government is continuous, but this is a problem I found that I'm trying to sort out.
So you agree that the payments were not commensurate to the services rendered?
Let them confirm that.
No, I want your confirmation as governor. Governor? It's going to make our life easy, because once you agree that there was a problem, then it is our job now to make a recommendation.
Thank you, Chair, and through Your Excellency. These invoices relate to different financial years and not one financial year. We have one for July 2020 to January 2021.
Are you still on Appendix 4.16?
Yes.
Because that's where the chief officer has taken us.
Yes, I'm now in Appendix 4.16 Roman 1. And this report relates to the financial year July 20, the financial year 2022-2023. So of the 25 million that was paid, the whole 25 million does not relate to the financial year 2022-2023, but only the invoices that relate to that financial year.
So where do we get data on the balance?
We should be able to provide all missing data, but
you are going to manufacture those things, my friend, because even this appendix 4.16, you can easily do it on your laptop.
And
there is no evidence. It is unsigned.
Yes.
It is undated. It is unheaded. It is unowned. I'm not going to give you a window to commit further illegalities. We cannot rely on this as a basis for payment of 25 million. I think, honorable members, this is a matter that we need to treat with the utmost suspicion.
Even, Chair, I've just noticed even the governor's responses are unsigned. Even by Dr. Muya Ndambuki, PhD. So there is no authenticity of the even annex, the one that has been provided, 1B Roman, where it has not been indicated. Some items are not very clear. So even the management response is not yet signed by Dr. Muya Ndambuki, the county secretary.
I think on this, members, we'll just give an advice recommendation on this particular matter.
Chair, before you make a decision, Chair, can you allow the before you make a decision, Chair?
I'm not going to allow any further comments on that because we have only 10 minutes to conclude, unless you are happy to go to Machakos and come back tomorrow for us to continue with this exercise. There are a few projects, Governor. The Community Recreation Center. I've jumped over to project implementation. Construction of Community Recreation Center. Is this project complete as we speak?
Engineer Musioki? Musioki.
Who is Engineer Musioki?
Chair, through the governor, the project is not yet complete.
What is the current percentage status?
10%.
10%?
Yes.
From
Chair,
the year 2018?
That is true, Chair, through the governor.
Why is it 10% for 6 years?
The bigger challenge has been the available budget for completing the outstanding works.
But you heard the Auditor General say
yes,
that work in progress is estimated at 400 and, was it 426 million? Auditor General, give us the exact figure.
That is assets.
Can I respond, Chair, to that?
No, I want us to locate this conversation within the context of work in progress.
Chair,
because it's a value for money question.
The work in progress, Chair, is 476,157,461.
So you have 476 million worth of projects that have been initiated, not completed. Therefore, there is no value for the residents of Machakos. 476 stuck in concrete, brick, mortar. 476 million. Community Recreation Center is one of them. 12, 15-story thin and tall building. Is that complete?
That one is ongoing. I found it at the 6th floor. It's at the 11th floor now.
Is it being put to use?
No, we are.
It's still under construction.
It's still under construction.
So no value for money.
No, there's value for money, Chair.
Value for money means that it is being used for the intended purpose.
I found it at 6th floor, Chair, and I've worked on it. It's on the 11th floor, and we'll start occupying. They are finishing the external works. We'll start occupying from February because there will not be any external works being done.
Now, there were a number of stadia. I think when we were looking at other stalled projects, listed down there about 12 of them, including the airport. Clerk, could you just read them out so that we can get a report on whether they are done?
Yes, Chair.
So, against the reading of each, you'll just tell us their status and what the challenges are. I think one was Mavoko Stadium.
Mavoko Stadium was the first one, Chair.
Mavoko Stadium, complete or not?
Mavoko Stadium is not complete.
What percentage?
We agreed to partner with the national government. They're supposed to transfer 100 million for me and my bid so that we can do the work. The president came there and committed, so I'm waiting for the money to come, 100 million.
So the current percentage.
What percentage?
Chair, through the governor, it's also at 10%.
10%?
Yes.
Do you have a figure on what has been spent so far on it? Do you have it or?
No, I can confirm that one.
Masi Stadium?
Masi Stadium is also at 10%.
Inui Stadium?
65%.
Ikombe Stadium?
Chair,
and I hope those numbers are not just flying from your head like a politician.
No.
Through Chair, maybe they should be giving at percentage of what?
Chair, Kinyui, Mavoko, and Ikombe have put some money on it, so we are starting to work on them from this year. I understand the importance of not wasting public funds. And as
Order, Governor. Let's first deal with the situation as is, then we shall listen to your good plans. So Ikombe Stadium is at what percentage?
Yeah, I was requesting that when they give us the percentage of works done, they should also indicate the percentage of payment.
Yes.
Because it could be 10% pay done works and 95% paid. So if we could do that.
I think we should start with the value. With the
value of the project, yeah.
The value of the project, the work done.
The BQ of the project.
Yeah.
The value of the project timeline, when was it started, when was it, so that we see value for money.
Chair, we were not informed that we were going to be asked that information, so we might not have the information here now.
Governor, this information
we will supply.
Order. Because you might allege ambush. There's no ambush. This information is in the 2020-2021 statement, which you said you are ready to deal with. It was in the 2021-2022, and part of it has been carried to 2022-2023. So there's no ambush.
It's okay, Chair.
So do you have the information as requested by Senator Omtata, that for each project you can tell us the project, the contract sum, the effective date, percentage completion, and percentage paid?
The engineer will provide, and I'll make sure you get it within the time you tell me. Chair.
Do you have it now? Because I still have 4 minutes to go.
I don't have it now, Chair. I will provide it, Chair.
Now, Senator Kapindu.
Chair, as I told you before, I've dealt with these issues of pending bills in Machakos since the previous government. And that is why I'm requesting this committee to come to Machakos and see the stalled projects at the ground level.
I totally agree. Considering the intervention by Senator Omtata, the clerk of the Senate will list all the projects that are stalled. Even though, Auditor General, we have agreed also that in your current year audit, you must do a project listing. We gave those directions yesterday in the case of Uasin Gishu. You've seen there's an appendix here on procurement matters, which I think is the last thing we are going to deal with. We should also have an appendix on projects that lists their commencement date, the contract sum, the position as at the time of audit, and the amounts paid as at the time of audit. Sometimes when the county gives that information, there's a risk of exaggeration, so that the percentage completion ties with the percentage paid. But sometimes percentage completion is 10, percentage paid is 90. We have seen that in places like Turkana, and that's why I want to trust the Auditor General to do a better job. But nonetheless, because you have to respond to the issues in this report, as well as the issues in 2020-2021, we shall list the projects, and for avoidance of doubt, they are the Community Recreation Center, the 12-15-story thin and tall building, Mavoko Stadium, Masi Stadium, Kinyui Stadium, Ikombe Stadium, Mumbuni Dam, a commercial mixed-use facility. There's a project like that?
Yes.
Commercial mixed-use?
Yes, there is.
Facility. There's a the recreation center we've dealt with. There's a public area. Clark, what did you call it?
Construction of public area facility.
Construction of public area facility. It's in the Auditor General's report.
Yes.
For which year?
2021-22.
2021-2022. Staff houses.
Staff houses in Matu sub-county.
Staff houses in Matu sub-county.
Those ones are done. They're finished.
Yes, you will give us the report on that. And when you tell us it was done, you'll also give us the total cost compared to the contract amount. Executive washrooms.
Yes. At Matu County Office.
The airport. Executive washroom. The airport is listed as an expenditure. It's an expenditure in your books of accounts, Governor.
And even executive
16 kilometer dual carriage. 16 kilometer dual carriage. So what you'll do, Clerk, extract the projects that are stalled or queried from 2020-21 all the way to 2022-2023. And the county shall, within those 14 days, respond by giving us that basic information as requested by Senator Mtata. That then will guide us in taking a position and making a declaration on value for money on the 467 million work in progress. Finally, there's a litany of procurement irregularities. 12 cases of procurement irregularities. Who's the head of procurement? The head of procurement, there's an appendix that lists your misbehavior in terms of procurement. None of them has been supported. Auditor General, could I be mistaken?
That is the position, Chair.
None of them has been supported. Why? Why should you continue serving the people of Machakos? Can someone help him to switch that on?
Okay. Through Your Excellency, Chair, we noted that there were some irregularities. Some measures have been taken.
Were you in office?
I was not in charge then.
What was your role?
I'm now trying to check on the documentation.
What was your role then? Were you in the organization then?
Yes, I was.
In what capacity?
As an advisor.
An advisor?
Not directly involved in the procurement.
As an advisor to?
Procurement matters.
Which has resulted in 12 irregularities?
There are not 12, there are 5 irregularities. The 7 of them are partially solved. They are solved, I can say that.
The solution is for us to decide on.
Yes, please.
There are 12 as per the schedule I have.
Yeah.
So you are not the head of supply chain at that point?
At that point, please.
Are you a member of the Institute of Supply Chain Managers?
Yes, I am.
You have professional responsibility, just like the advocates and the accountants.
Yes, please.
Why should we not report you or refer you to the professional body for disciplinary action at the very minimum?
Because at the moment, by that time, the time I noticed the issues, I have reported them, that there are some irregularities.
When did you respond to this appendix? Or have you made a response to the Auditor General on the issues raised in the appendix?
Yes, we discussed them.
When?
After they came into my notice. That's about...
No, prior to this meeting.
Yeah.
Have you provided them with justification for the action or to, explanation to the gaps?
There are abnormalities that have been observed and they are factual. So we could not distance ourselves from factuals.
Also, it's true, the way it has been cited by the Auditor General.
What I'm saying is some of the documents were not provided then, your Chairman. Now there are some other submissions I submitted, and they are part of what we initially said have not been included in our submission today.
The Auditor General has told us that all the 12 issues have not been addressed and will therefore be making very adverse recommendations on the procurement function. So, Governor, you have a problem in procurement, you have a problem in legal, you have a problem in HR, you have a problem in accounting. Where don't you have a problem? All the critical departments. You have a problem in public works. Projects are incomplete. So you have serious problems. Our time is up. The residual matters, we will look at the written responses and get advice from the Office of the Auditor General. But for the financial year 2020-2021, Governor has directed within 14 days, you must engage the Office of the Auditor General, after which we shall advise on how we are progressing on the basis of those responses. Any closing remarks? Governor, your remarks in closing?
Chair, I appreciate your comments. As I say, we come here to learn and to be sharpened. And we have heard what you say. You've said no one is 100%. And I want to assure you, the issues that you have raised here, I am going to make sure that they are done properly. Otherwise, I'll show people the door.
Time is running.
It's the same thing Governor said on 12th of October, 2023.
She was breathing fire 1 year ago.
And now she is still breathing fire.
And she's still breathing fire.
Okay.
So, Senator Mudama, we'll donate our time to you for closing remarks.
Thank you so much, Chair. I want to thank and appreciate Governor and the team.
Order, Governor. Governor, order.
For coming, but I want to ask Governor to put your foot down and let everybody work. Because what you are seeing here is people who are not very keen on what they are doing. So can they really work? Because you've employed them, you've put them there so that they can deliver, to help you to deliver for Machakos County. I want to say, go back, sit down with your people and see how you can bring Machakos to where it should be. Machakos can do better than what it is doing now. And I'm sure these people have the potential to do better than what they are doing now. But I don't understand really what is the problem. Like the Solicitor General said that she has already written her report and it is lying in the Finance Office when it should have been dispatched to the Auditor General. So check where there are those gaps and deal with them. Thank you.
Move from a county of video and drama to a county of action. And we are waiting for your responses within 14 days, which will determine the date of our next meeting. The meeting is adjourned. The committee meets on Thursday.